Start.
Just give me a thumbs up when it's live.
Yeah.
You can start, Rashi. It's live. You can start now.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, a very good evening to one and all present here. I'm Rashi Agarwal, and I extend a warm welcome to you all to yet another session of the Entrepreneurial Talk series being organized by the Empowering Sustainability Globally organization. I would like to welcome Dr. Ram Maruri, Secretary General of ESG, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Rashi. Hi, everyone. A very good evening. So myself, I'm Ram Maruri. I have been volunteering Kalamji's vision for about more than a decade. And this is one of the initiatives sustaining innovation through entrepreneurship. This has been the vision of our Chair for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Mr. Varadarajan Krishna, and the chairman of our ESG organization is Dr. Hari Ipanapalli, who lives in America last close to 40 years. And we have been mentored closely by Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji. And more than me, Dr. Hari Ipanapalli got very closely mentored by Dr. Kalam, and the vision is being driven by Dr. Hari Ipanapalli after the demise of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So we basically promote the innovation in focusing areas like the affordable quality healthcare, affordable quality education, preserve and protect planet Earth for future generations, then sustainable agriculture. These are our focus areas. We focus on the innovation in these areas. We also promote peace and harmony, which is a derivative of all these four pillars. And I don't want to take much time. We thank all our leaders, especially we pay the tribute to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, then our Dr. Hari Ipanapalli, the chairman of the ESG organization, and our chairman for the innovation and entrepreneurship, Mr. Varadarajan Krishna, and our leaders of the day, Dr. Pallavi, who has been helping on this innovation and entrepreneurship since the inception of this initiative. Thank you, Dr. Pallavi, and our young leaders, Rashi Agarwal, who is going to be the MC for the day, one of the MCs, along with Dr. Pallavi. And our another great volunteer we see here, Nikhil Bhargav. I see Setu Sharma from the GAIN. Thank you, Setu Sharma, for joining us. Welcome. And Dipender Singh is the MD of the great organization. Of course, our MC is going to introduce. Once again, I welcome you all. And I would like to play a tribute video of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. After that, the team will take the session forward. Give me a second.
there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
For watching this short video and a tribute to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Then I request Dr. Pallavi to take it forward to the as per the flow.
Thank you, Dr. Hari, for this very warm welcome into the session. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Hari, as mentioned by Dr. Ram, that he was the driving force at ESG, and he has been leading this movement while being in US and being connected to individuals from various sectors, not just in India, but across the globe, due to his inspirational and charismatic personality. Dr. Hari is the founding chairman of the ESG, which is founded with the inspiration of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, with a mission to provide affordable quality healthcare, affordable quality education, and to establish peace and harmony in the society. I also extend a warm welcome to Mr. Varad Ranjan Krishna, ESG chairman for innovation and entrepreneurship. He is the co-founder and CEO of The Gain, a non-profit accelerator based out of Bangalore. Do we have another video, Dr. Ram sir?
Very good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We just wanted to talk to you a bit about entrepreneurship and innovation. So today, the awards for the best entrepreneurship schools are being given away by Aspire Media. So in this regard, I wanted to talk about what I see is a need for entrepreneurship education now than ever before. There are many challenges that are facing us, and the challenges are something which is to do with sustainability. You must be all aware of the SDG goals. There are so many challenges: how to bring alleviation to poverty, how to provide education to everyone, how to provide mobility to all, how to provide sustainable communications, and so on. So I don't have to go into the details of all the sustainable development goals, but you all know. But it's important to know that there are so many challenges facing us, and unless innovation happens, we cannot solve them. by doing the same thing what we have been doing all these years, we won't be able to fix the problems that we're facing. So hence the need for innovation. And another challenge facing all the student community as well as those who are looking for employment is that the jobs have become minimal, lesser and lesser than before. And the new jobs of the future are going to come from not from the existing companies. They have to come from the startups that are being formed or yet to be formed. And so that is the key. Some of you will become entrepreneurs and you will create those jobs. Then the economy can grow. We will have all-round development, more infrastructure facilities can be provided, whether it's communication, mobility, etc. All that can be done when we have growth of the GDP, growth of the economy, and so on. So it is important that at least some of you become entrepreneurs and become employers and not employees. Because if everybody becomes an employee or looking for jobs, then who is going to create those jobs? Who is going to create those organizations and entities that can employ them? So this is a key question you have to ask yourself. But the good news is, wherever I go nowadays, I see there is so much interest to do a startup, solve problems, and so on. So that's another day, but it is important, I want to say, that there are so many challenges and problems to be solved. Go and solve them and become the hero of your community, wherever you are. Wish you the very best. There's a lot more to be done, and this entrepreneurship education is just the beginning. And the entrepreneurship education also provides you other opportunities in terms of even getting an edge over, your competing fellow student, right? If you have skills in entrepreneurship, nowadays even large corporations are looking for people with entrepreneurial mindset who are a go-getter. You don't need to tell anything to them. They do it on their own. So with these words, I would like to close and set the stage for these awards.
Thank you for presenting that video, Dr. Ram.
Yeah, that's about the message from Bharat, who wanted to make more entrepreneurs and employers, not the employees, just from the very limited opportunities in the market. So let us utilize this great opportunity under the leadership of Mr. Bharat. Yeah, please go ahead, Rashi. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So finally, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our host of today's session, Dr. Pallavi Vyas. She has over 12 plus years of experience in teaching and training students. She's an MSc and an MBA from IBS Hyderabad and currently a professor in a leading university in Bangalore. We are really glad to have a set of hosts and supporters of this organization, for which we are finally getting to welcome our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Dipendra Singh, who is the founder of Microbial Research Lab Private Limited and Royal Life Sciences Private Limited. His passion for imparting knowledge and taking initiatives toward developing products has made him such an inspiring achiever. I welcome you now, sir, to share your journey with us.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hello, good morning and good evening, because we are globally connected now. Namaskar would be an ideal greeting for all of us. Thank you, Mr. Hari, Dr. Hari, and Mr. Vardarajan Krishnan, and Mr. Ram, Dr. Pallavi, and Rishi for getting me connected here. I have been told to speak about my journey till now. I'm really happy to share this. I have completed my engineering, mechanical engineering in 1985, and 86 I started selling computer consumables, and in that even dot matrix printer was a part of selling. I saw people, my customers, using it one time and throwing. I took one from a customer called CREDA, Central Institute for Dryland Agriculture, Hyderabad. Opened it, did some R&D, then started refilling of computer ribbons, dot matrix ribbons in Hyderabad. I was the first person in Andhra Pradesh. Then later on, I went to Germany in 1989, saw the manufacturing unit, fabricated those machines, because those machines are very expensive. And in India, if you put that much machines, we don't get the ROI. I fabricated those machines in India and started manufacturing of computer printer ribbons in 1989. Then eventually started refilling of toner cartridges, inkjet cartridges. I have been having challenge every time, because the product, whatever product, even till date I sell it or trade in or manufacture it, those are the monopoly products and very new to the market, wherein we sell mobile, where people are using landlines, are not aware about mobiles. They don't really understand it. Even my core area currently is microbiology. Even the deans in microbiology really don't understand the products we are dealing in it, because it's super niche and super high-tech products. Now, when we did this, then later on, we imported peripherals, pan-India, we sold it. In 2007, we started a microbiology lab, where it's an US product. It's called MIDI, Microbial Identification System. We sell them in India in 27 countries. Right from 2007, we became a distributor. We were one among the 4 distributors in India. Then in 2011, they made us sole distributor for 27 countries. Till now, it exists. Then this was for testing bacteria, fungi, and yeast till the subspecies level. It's basically used by the researchers, not the regular market. We found that people in agriculture are just checking the chemical part of soil, which is the half knowledge. Half knowledge is too dangerous. They were not aware about microbial in soil, which plays a major role. Then in 2022, we floated a new company, Microbial Research Lab Private Limited, where we do soil microbiology, testing of soil microbiology. This particular product is co-developed by United States Agriculture Department, USA. And apart from selling the systems, we even offer the services like checking of microbial of soil. This is going to play a very important role even in India at ground level. And we have been communicating with Mr. Ram regarding the associations, because I know that they are dedicated people and working with many institutes, universities, and looking for a tie-up where we can promote this product, give it a ground reality at a lower price. Currently, our prices are high because the consumptions are too low. This is my journey. To the young entrepreneurs, because I have been working since 85, I have couple of things to share with the young entrepreneurs. What I have been telling everybody, that we should never lie a customer or lie a we should never lie anybody, especially customers. I have given a standing instruction in my office from the day one, is from 1985, that never lie a customer. I will share you one instant where one of the big pharma company had called my office. They wanted us to do some changes in the report because their export order was couple of crores order. They told me to change the report. Changing of report may push that product in US, but they may have later on some problem which I am not aware about it. But our people refused it. He wanted to speak to me. He spoke to me. He gave me a very big offer saying that they're going to give us a very big business continuously. I have asked very politely. I told him that I can't do it. Then from that day till now, he has become one of my good friend, and he has moved to many companies, because pharma, they do it, they change their jobs very frequently, like in pharma company itself. So he has been telling everybody about our product and everybody about our systems. So if you are fair, one time you may feel it bad, but lifelong you are paid for that, and that money can't buy. And one more thing I would say that, we for financial things or some customers where we are not able to deliver the things on time, if we tell them very clearly that we are not able to do it for a month, 2 months, or 6 months, whatever be the period, till that time, that person is not going to call us. He is not in stress. He is not passing the stress to us, and we are good friends. If you don't receive their calls or inform them, they keep on calling. Like I have experienced many times with a couple of people, they don't respond. And we are not aware about it. We get fanatic, we get mad over them, then we lose the interest with them, lose interest in doing business with them. So that is again one of the suggestion to the young entrepreneurs. And I say that if you're doing something, don't give it up easily. You need to fight for it, fight for the ethics and a proper thing. When I started my biotech lab, I was deficit of 5 lakh rupees per month for 5 years. That is a very big thing for me, because at that time I was 48 years old. People try to save money. I was spending money because that is my passion. That's what I like it. But anyhow, God has been really kind to me. I've been, I have overcome that and doing very good. But still, if you feel the product is not good, then you should. Like when I say where you should not leave the product, the company what I started earlier, Royal Computer Ribbon Industry, manufacturing it was my own baby. I started it. It was my own baby, and I closed it because future was not there. It was with a small market, small people venturing in it and cutting the competition, cutthroat competition, and those things really don't work out. So what I mean is, if you feel that the product is good, you are confident of the product, don't leave the product. Run it with it. Give some time, give some money. You will definitely be successful. I am even associated with Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust, which is an Indian wing. Globally, it's known as Business Youth Starting Together. I have been a mentor there since 2013 or 14. There, what we do is it's a genuine NGO, no cheating business. It was headed by Rahul Bajaj, chairman of Bajaj Industries, and Miss Sitaraman. Miss Lakshmi, she is daughter of ex-president Mr. Lakshmi Narayan. So these people are genuine. Wherever I conduct a program, wherever I am known, I conduct it and I tell them I take a personal responsibility of anything not happening on time or any cheating. Then I become a personal responsibility. I take a personal responsibility. That case, what happens, wherever we are trying to promote youngsters to start business, they get a lot of confidence because many NGOs are cheaters. Very few are like, like ECCS and other companies like that. Where here in BYST, what we do is we call people, take an interview, speak to them, see their interest, give mentors to them, which is free of cost, and train them, get a bank loan from a nationalized bank from the tune of 50,000 to 50 lakh rupees collateral free. And because when we go to the bankers encourage us, because we have been giving them very good business, and our NPO is 0.001. And we monitor very closely for 2 years, help them in getting the business. This is pan India. We are doing in pan India, but this is globally well accepted. As Dr. Hari was telling about, making people business oriented and start a business. This also can be joined. I spoke to Mr. Ram, or I'll speak to Mr. Ram also, and we will request them to become mentors in BYST. This was all what we had. If anybody wants to have a question, they can definitely. Thank you.
Dr. Ram, you are on mute.
Yeah. Thank you, Dipenderji. Just as a layman, we like to understand a little more about the difference you could able to make. You were telling the day when I met you at your office, the soil testing now the people or organizations have been doing is not worth. It is not going to give any good understanding of the soil and its fertility, right? Can you give
Also.
throw some light on how your testing is able to overcome those limitations, and also the pricing side of how much they are charging in the today's world, and how much you are charging? What is the price difference and affordability, and how the people or the farmers can take your kind of testing, so that they will benefit more.
Thank you, Mr. Ram. Sir, this currently people are just checking the blood test, like, A positive, A negative. They are not going in the profiling of blood. If they go in profiling, then they understand the actual problem, where the problem lies. Currently, throughout globally even, they are checking only the chemical part of soil, which is NKP and other things. Many of the government institutions are not charging them anything, but not charging them. Private people, they charge between 100 rupees to 300 rupees for giving them the technique, giving them the report of chemical composition, not the microbial composition. Microbial composition, what we are doing, it's totally an automated system. And currently we're charging 7,500, which is pretty high. This is because we got very few samples. Once the samples increase, then definitely prices can work out. And this is globally well known. When the product is less in use, then the prices are fancy. Here it is there, and I look for a business of 55.70 crores of samples only in India. Only in India, it should be 57.750 crores. And even if you make 1 rupee in that, 1 rupee becomes 57 crores. And the price can be reduced drastically. 7,500 is a price which many of the research institutes are giving me. Rajendra Nagar Rise Institute is giving me. Many of ARI, national ICR institutes and research institutes are paying me that price. And they actually, we take that payment in advance, or if it's a government company, we take a purchase order, and we are getting that. All the researchers, when they want to get it done, they pay us in advance. And with us, what happens is our reports are something like a diagnostic report, where patients don't understand, only the doctors understand. Here, our reports are not understood by the farmers. they are understood only by the researchers. Our approach was with, we said we gave some samples, and what we are looking is with the biofertilizer company and seed company. What they are doing, they are just making one biofertilizer. They are giving it to the farmers. It's random. They say, "Sir, dukra to krosin khalo," something like that. They give it. If yield is fine, fine. If yield is not fine, some other problems are there. Because they don't know the microbiome of soil. What we find is soil microbiota and biomass, that is the technical words of microbiology of soil. When they know this, they can make a tailor product for that particular area. Suppose if they are, whatever the area they are selling the product, they can use our services, make a tailor-made product for that particular area, give them the proper biofertilizer. Farmers will get at a cheaper price because farmers will get at a cheaper price and a right product to use. Manufacturer, instead of putting 10 items, they may put 5 or 7 items. They also save money in that. And biofertilizer companies can pay money for that because they are making money. They can give us money and even use the services properly.
Okay.
So, yeah, Devender ji, thank you so much for a wonderful presentation on what the services being offered here. Let's say once you have the report and you know the soil health, what are the deficiencies and what are the positivities, and also what are the crop the farmer is planting in that particular soil, and that particular plant requires certain ingredients in terms of to get the plant health. Now we identified what the soil can provide and what the supplementals that we need to bring to the table to get the plant health improved and good harvest. So do you also have extend your services once you provide the soil testing, you hand over to somebody else to come up with a package of what all the missing elements that need to be supplemented? Or how the next thing happens to the farmer, what to do next once the report comes from you?
Sir, we are incubated with idea, which is in NAM, and which is an agriculture incubation center. We have an Anand Agriculture University, which is one among the biggest agriculture university in India. What we planned was that we will, as we are incubated there, we will take their support, ask them what are the things to be added, and give a package to the, not to the farmers because farmers would not understand it, to the biofertilizer company and the seed company, so that they can make a tailor-made product and give it.
Okay. But that kind of extension has to happen because otherwise the farmer will be lost, because as you rightly said, they feed something which may not be needed there, right? Okay.
And by doing this, even Government of India will know what are the crops on the way and what they are going to get within 3 months or 6 months. They can plan it. They can have a good deal for export. They can have a good deal for import because they would know what they are going to be getting within 6 months.
So as an extension of this, what I'm thinking in a broader sense, the Agriculture Department of Government of India should do sampling of the entire nation from different parts of the country to identify land parcels that are viable for certain crops based on your analysis, right?
Correct.
So if they can create a data bank of the entire mapping of the country, then we know what the country can produce.
Correct, sir.
Is there any plan by the Government of India in this direction?
No, sir. I am really surprised. I met many of the central ministers on this. I had one-to-one discussion. Here, the mistake what I was doing was that I was meeting the ministers directly. I have some connects. So ministers used to meet me. They used to say, yes, hum karenge. But what I was not doing was going from the ground. Like, now I am going from the ground, going from the incubation centers and institutes. Now like 5 ICR institutes are using our earlier system, not the new system, which is microbial of soil, but the earlier system. 5 ICR institutes have been using it currently. And further on, they will be not using the microbial community because it's going to be more complex. But this, when I was speaking to them, they said it will go, they will do it. And I was just resting and getting it done, thinking that it will be done. Now I am going through an institute. Now what happened is institute will tell ministers, yes, it has to be done. Then he endorses it. So this is the hard way we learned to go through this connection. And we are following that. For the past almost 1.5 years, I am very much closely associated with this agriculture institutes and hubs. And we are taking it forward to the ministers from there.
If you have, we do have some connections at the ministry level, both at the IAS officers and the politicians level in Delhi. So if you could come up with a proposal to do for the microbial mapping of the entire nation as a project, it may not happen overnight, but at least we would like to work with you to put this in a formal way on the desk of the ministry. The current minister may come and go, but at least we would like to have this planted in their heads. At least they can start working on as on a pilot basis at the national level by picking up certain states to do this mapping. That will do 2 things. One is we will know the soil health of the country and what crops we can produce and what is the need for our population, because in the next couple of years, we're going to cross the Chinese population. And we need to feed healthy food to the world, to our country people, and possibly to export to other countries also. So this is very, the same way we need to keep measure the health of the people also in a genetic way. What is the population health? What's the soil health, right? We need to keep this data in mind so that our Niti Aayog can plan and see where the money should be invested in the next 5 years when they create these plans. Otherwise, we are just throwing money left and right without knowing where the need is, right? In a bigger picture, I'm looking at it. So this is how Dr. Kalam used to think. How do we map these things and how do we create these kind of opportunities? This creates a lot of opportunities for companies like Microbial, but the data that comes out of your kind of company is very much useful to not to waste our money in the wrong places. So I think if we could create a comprehensive plan of how do we do the soil mapping and measure the soil health of the country, that will go a long way.
Sir, we will do that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir. It's pleasure I have been literate today.
There's that you're talking about at least 1 rupee per report. Now you're talking about, lot of reports that you need to generate. And
Yes,
we need to duplicate microbial research labs, many parts of the country.
No, sir. In this case, what happens is instead of having many labs, then human errors are more. Okay. What we suggest is we can have a centralized lab in one place, get the samples. I used to get samples from abroad too. Okay. So we have a system to get the sample. We can get the sample, then the controlling is proper and work is done properly.
Right. Sure.
Supervision is good.
Yeah.
And Deependerji, one more point actually I want to take to the attention of the audience here. You told that there is 5,000 crores worth of business lying in this, would you like to elaborate a little bit what exactly you mean by the business opportunity?
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir. There, India has 1 sec, sir. Okay. One minute. What we do is we recommend for 5 samples in 10 acres of land.
Okay, yeah.
And 5 samples in 10 acres of land, and the total area what India has the agriculturable land is, one sec. You are able to see my screen, sir? No, I don't think.
No, you didn't. You didn't share. No.
No, I didn't share. I'm sharing it with myself. Okay. Now, India has around 3,850 lakh acres of agriculturable land. This was checked in 2015. And the samples, when we collect 10 samples per acre, then it will be 57.75 crore samples in 2 times in a year. It should be 2 times in a year. Even if you take 1 time in a year, it comes to 57.75 crores.
Okay.
And 1 rupee I have just given for a calculation part of it so that we know where we stand.
Okay. So another question, probably the other audience also may ask few questions. Other question I have is how many acres being tested at least in a state? Which state do you do more testing analysis, more tests so far?
So, actually, we have been able to convince people who are doing research. Researchers, they go on the net, check up the things, and they get back to us. So we are not having any data from the particular area. We have data from the institutes or some research institutes where they are doing some small samples. Unless we come out with have a pack, working with some NGO where like biofertilizer company or seed company, then we can take it up for a particular area. Then we can have more clarity. But this is for sure, product is tested, product is accepted globally. There are more than 4,000 journals published on this, and infrastructure is ready to use.
Okay. Okay. So I know you have been doing wonderful job. I think this is just started, you told, right? 2 years
Yes.
ago.
Correct.
You just started this. Okay. Okay.
Correct.
You also do distribution of this product globally, right?
Yes, earlier we were doing it, but from 2023 there are going to be changes. Like they want to come online only. They don't want to sell the softwares. They want the data to come to their server. We will be having a server in Hyderabad one. Like that will come to us in cloud-based. Yes.
On the cloud.
So
Okay.
instead of giving them the software, they want them to give it to them. So by first quarter, we may come out of it. Otherwise, as such, till that time, I can sell the systems.
Okay. Okay. So I leave the forum to the forum to ask any questions, any thoughts. Other, I see here Setu Sharma from the Gain Accelerator. The CEO of the Gain is Mr. Varadarajan Krishna, our chair for innovation. So Setu Sharma, do you have any questions or any comments? Then I see here Vishali Kola. Thanks for joining, Vishali, from with a short notice. So you have been following what Dipenderji is sharing. So there is a great opportunity in the soil testing, and also this is a kind of how the blood profiling is done. He is comparing his soil testing method with the blood profiling kind of thing. So it will give accuracy of how the soil fertility or how the soil is, in the ground.
Indeed,
so you have any
innovative idea. It's indeed an innovative thing, sir. I think we should implement in India too. That would make a great difference.
Great, yeah. So this has been implemented and across the globe, I think, for more than a decade. That's what I understand from Dipenderji. Where it is being implemented, sir? If it's not in India,
most of them in Canada, US, and China.
Okay, these three countries, developed countries mostly, they have
Developed
been
countries. Yes.
adopting. Okay, okay.
But what they do is big farmers only take the services. And I have been telling our principals to tell biofertilizer companies of that particular region, then it will have more sense. They are even working on that.
Okay. So Nikhil, Bhargav, Alan, and some of the young leaders are here, including Rashi Agarwal. You have any questions to Mr. Deepinder Singh?
Yes, sir. Sir, I
Yeah.
just have a doubt that what is your marketing strategy to the targeted audience? I mean, till now you have just tied up with the organizations, but how you are able to frame the marketing strategy for the farmers?
What happening is when we started this business, we spent a lot of money on the marketing side, but we don't get the results. And marketing people, because once they don't get good turnovers, they are not happy. So here our strategy is to have a good tie-ups with biofertilizer companies and seed companies, wherever they are selling a product, before selling a product in that area, they will understand the soil health. Based on that, they can make a tailor-made product and give it, where yield will be more. That's what we have been thinking. If you can throw us some light or some more innovative ideas, we will highly appreciate.
Sir, as you are discussing about the soil or the microbiology, it would be better, in my point of view, that if you would tie up with the Isha Foundation, Save Soil, like that campaigns, there you can market your strategies.
Yeah, thank you very much. I tried it, but what happened is they have given me a slot of presentation time about 3 months back. I spoke to them, I was communicating. So 3 months back, they gave me one time. And that time my uncle was hospitalized. And for me at that time, my uncle was more important. So I had missed it, but I sent a message to them saying that I'm not able to come online. And my mobile battery was also weak, and sitting in the hospital doing these things, I was not really comfortable. I asked them to reschedule it, but I have sent about 2 reminders for rescheduling it. They want to probably see how serious I am. So I will send a couple of reminders more. Let's see. Thank you for the advice. Any more advice, please?
Yeah, I think so definitely, the other developed countries have been following it, and India is also going to be developed country very soon. I think this is definitely the need of the hour, and we have to, and with the help of, as suggested by Dr. Hari Panpalli, we definitely take it to our network and to the table of the ministry. Yeah, whatever the best we can at least, and see how it goes. That is one thing. And coming back to your business model and the investment you are looking at, can you share some info on that? Where are you right now in your investment and profit, and where you look at in the next 2 to 5 years?
Investment, we have done bootstrapping till now. In fact, I was thinking for going for IPO, but I'm in the bootstrapping still. And I'm approaching a bank for a loan of about close to 1 crore. And if I even get 80 lakh rupees, I can start with the full services, which is in process. Probably I may get a loan in a month, and then we'll have a full process and start giving the services. And goal is, even if as I mentioned you, nobody works for even for a minimum margin of 1 rupee. If I say that 1 rupee, if I get it, 57,000 crores is a very big this thing, and 1 crore, I'm telling you, it's 1 rupee, I'm spelling it out, but nobody will work on 1 rupee. This is just to understand the quantum of work available.
Yeah. So I think I'm asking more questions, but we can open it to other. Alan, do you have any question? Are you following? Rashi, you have any question?
So I have one question, Dependerji. Who is your competition? I'm sure the developed countries have this kind of models already in place. In India,
No, sir, we don't have any competitor. It's only one. In India, nobody. It's a monopoly.
okay.
Even globally, there is only one company who is doing in Delaware, and they are
What's
the
the name of that
principals.
company?
MIDI, MIDI, Sherlock,
Okay.
and the website is midi-inc.com.
Okay, midi-inc.com. Okay, got it. And
I will share that.
what is their market? How much they are doing business-wise?
Sir, actually, I'm sure you will understand this problem. Researchers don't see about money.
Okay.
These people are basically researchers. They are not bothered about making money. Otherwise, because when I was telling them, we had 4 distributors in India earlier than 2010, and they don't even support me for selling the systems. Like they say, yeah, bechna hai becho, nahi bechna hai nahi becho, we are comfortable. Like, they are not the commercial people. But now there are some changes in the company, and still it's a monopoly product. I even told them, why don't they go for patenting it? Because I had this doubt. When I told them, they said there is no point in getting it, because if anybody wants to do that, it's such a huge database of 40 years of so much big research. Nobody can collect all the data and create those biomarkers.
Right,
So
right.
they are very much sure that nobody can copy it. And it's a very big work, sir. Very big work.
Okay. And who is funding them?
It was again bootstrapped by Dr. Myron Caesar. He should be 95 now. And he used to come to office at 4 o'clock in the morning and leave by afternoon. He is a plant pathologist, and he started almost 50 years back doing all his research on this.
And Canada may be a good market, right? Anything happening in Canada?
Yes, Canada also it's happening. But not that aggressively like China and US.
Okay. How about Australia?
Australia, very few. Australia, we have been offering the other services like, soil, bacteria of soil, not the microbiome of soil, not the biomass or microbiota of soil. We used to find the bacteria in soil. In Australia, I had a customer who was giving me business of 15 lakh rupees a year. He gave me business of almost 3 to 4 years. Then we suggested him to buy a system. It could be more economical for them, and moreover, sending the product here, we getting it cleared. And at that time, there was a talks that government is going to ban the import of samples of microbial. So we suggested them. They have purchased a system there. They are doing fairly good.
So what is the cost of your system, Dipenderji?
Sir, the cost of system is close to 1 crore.
Okay.
Approximate to set up the total small unit of that. And this will take care of 200 samples in a day.
Okay.
And if we want to increase the samples, it's only the multiplication of one instrument, which cost about 20 to 25 lakhs.
Okay.
So we can connect that to the softwares, but it's about 20 to 25 lakhs. Each instrument, each multiple of 25 lakhs will give additional services of 200 samples.
Okay. Is it indigenously developed in India, or do you have licensed the technology from overseas?
I didn't get you, sir. Can you come again?
Is it indigenously developed in India, or you license the technology from overseas?
We license the technology from overseas, and in India, if we develop this, if we make our own library, this is also sellable. When we make our own library in India based on the environment and other things, this can also be sold.
You mean the data can
data can be sold.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. So which technology coming from where? US or
US?
The same MIDI ink?
Correct.
Okay.
MIDI.
You license the MIDI ink for Indian subcontinent? Or
yes, it was for total 27 countries. India, some of the Asian and African countries.
Okay. So how much did you bootstrap so far in terms of rupees?
Sir, I have not less than 5 crores.
5 crores. Okay.
Not less than 5.
So what is your business model look like for next 3 years? Where you want to be and what is needed?
Sir, my need is hardly a crore.
Okay.
Which I have approached the bank. I am going to get it.
Okay.
And market is huge because it's a monopoly product and most needed. And I have not checked up I know what is the requirement in the Indian industry, Indian requirement, which is 57.75 crores. And it's a must. It's a required. But it's only, belling a cat or making people understand the requirement of it. When it's coming from me, nobody will take me that serious because I am a commercial man and I run a business. So they feel that he's doing for a business. If I get associated, there's a reason I'm getting associated with some of the NGOs and some of the incubation centers. So in that case, what happens? The value of words are much more and taken it seriously. Right. In fact, I met Mr. Sharad Pawar one-to-one in 2014. He is the person who gave me 15 minutes. He made me sit down. He studied 2.5 pages. From that time, I became his fan. Because he studied, he asked me a couple of questions. This about biomass and other things we were about to come out. He asked me questions. When I was answering him, from half he stopped and he gave the remaining half answer. And he was very much sure. He said, we will do it pan-India. We'll take systems all over the labs. They had about 200 and some odd labs pan-India. He wanted to take 200 and some odd machines throughout India. But then luckily, then elections came up. After that, things didn't happen.
So what's the cost of each test in US versus that you are charging in India?
Sir, here what happens is, can we discuss this, three of us only?
Sure. No worries. The reason I'm asking that, what it takes to bring down the cost is just the volume or anything else that can be?
Volume
is the only one.
Only volume, and drastically.
Okay.
Drastically.
And how many units you have installed? Is 1 crore investment. How many units you have? Only one, or? I
have only one.
Got it. Okay.
It's that apart from, some added machinery, small machineries, water bath, or laminar airflow, all those things together.
Understood. Okay. Probably, Dr. Ram, we can have a separate one-on-one call. I do have some thoughts here. Scale up this business. We do have this NABARD, and also we have this FPO concept in India, farmer producer organizations. That is the government of India is pushing.
Okay.
I think those are the real consumers of your data to make decisions on what that particular pool of 10,000 acres of that FPO, we call them FPOs. So if we can test the soil for that FPO level, that makes it easy and viable, and a real meaningful inputs will go into that particular FPO plantation that they are planning to do. We'll talk separately. I think I do understand your business model now very clearly. We will take it up one step at a time. And first thing is to get you the funding. And the next thing is to how do we scale up your business to increase the volume. And the third thing is to do at the national level, do the mapping of the soil health at the national level over a period of time. So I think those are the things I see as a need of the hour for the country. We'll take up separately, as you rightly suggested. With this, I would like to pause my questions. Thank you so much, Deependerji, for joining us today and enlightening us with the microbial research lab offerings and the need for the country in particular. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Hari.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your valuable time on a short notice. Thank you, Dr. Hari. And Rashi, you would like to give closing remarks? If no questions, probably she is not at her desk. So thank you very much, all of you, especially Dr. Pallavi. She is also not in the meeting now. And for coordinating this, and Vishali ji, I think
it was a pleasure to join today, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you
So
so
this
much.
is all about the entrepreneur session. I thought you could have some experience from this. Thank you very
Yes.
much. And all the young leaders, Alan, Nikhil, and Rashi, and everyone, especially our main speaker, Deepender Singh ji. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time. And especially Dr. Hari, who joined in a short notice. Thank you all. I'm closing now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless us all.